This is extreme meteorologist Reed Timmer live from central Missouri ahead of a potential tornado outbreak this afternoon and the overnight. The greatest risk for strong tornadoes appears to be from northwestern Arkansas through a large swath of central Missouri up to the surface low track in northern Missouri and as far east as west central Illinois as well. But this is a pretty complex severe weather setup. I see multiple modes of convection or storms evolving through this outbreak. The initial mode is going to be along the surface low track across northern Missouri, and a warm front is going to lift to the north of that along that surface low track as well. And in fact, the surface low will track right along that warm frontal zone where surface winds are more of a southeasterly direction, which enhances the low level shear available to those storms. It is possible though with this northeasterly storm motion that those storms will have an insufficient amount of time in that warm frontal zone to really start to go tornadic before they move into the stable air to the north of that warm front. But I do think that any of those supercells that are able to develop just to the south of the surface low where that front is more north-south, those will have time to mature before they reach that warm frontal zone, that greater wind shear in place along that warm frontal zone, and those will have the greatest likelihood of producing strong tornadoes. That's the first mode, and those could develop as early as 3 p.m. just to the east of the Kansas City area. Looks like it's going to be just to the east of that NASCAR race happening this afternoon, but it's going to be very close. So definitely stay tuned to those watches and warnings. And then I think another late afternoon into evening mode is going to develop across central Missouri, maybe further south into southwestern Missouri. Those could lift off to the northeast and also develop a tornado threat. The critical angles or the wind shear are a little bit shallow down there, but I think there's going to be enough speed shear to generate sufficient low-level wind shear for tornado threat with that mode as well. And then I think there's going to be a nocturnal threat of supercells developing down near the Ozarks mountain region, lifting north from northern Arkansas through southern and southeastern Missouri, eventually arriving near the St. Louis area by late evening as well, passing into west central Illinois. And we need to monitor that warm frontal zone off to the east across west central Illinois to the north of the St. Louis area for the development of maybe a Renegade cluster of storms. But we've got Dominator 4 ready to go, ready to intercept here. Flex Seal holding on the bumper, waterproofing the roof as well, ready to intercept tornadoes today. I've got the subsonic sensor as well, ready to deploy in the path of these tornadoes. So I can't stress enough across the enhanced risk area how important it is to stay tuned to those severe weather watches and warnings this Sunday afternoon and overnight.